and welcome to Mama Ruth's house. I'm so glad you stopped in. Today we're going to be making some delicious apple rose tarts. I've been seeing this on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and I decided to make it lower point. I'm going to start out by making the 2-ingredient dough, which is really 3 ingredients because I do add some salt. We're going to make that first, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. And then we're going to make the apples and put them in the microwave for just a little bit to soften them up before we put them in the oven to bake. This makes 12 little rose tarts, and they are 2 Weight Watcher points each. So it's a nice little snack. And it'd be wonderful to serve at your guests. It looks great. All right, let's get started. So in my Weight Watcher meeting, we have a woman named Rose that is wonderful. She has lost over 250 pounds. She is my inspiration. And I'm going to dedicate these to her since they are called apple rose tarts. So first of all, I have 1 1/3 cups of self-rising flour, and I have 1 cup of fat-free Greek yogurt. I'm going to mix that together in here. And then I'm going to add about just a 1/3 of a teaspoon or 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to mix that together. My hands are clean, so I'm going to start mixing it with my hands here pretty soon. I'm going to put just a little bit of flour on my board. This starts coming together nicely. This dough is very versatile. You can use it for a lot of things. I've used it, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you can see that I've used it for pizza dough. We made pizza pockets. I made bagels out of it. It's delicious and it's easy to make. Don't let it intimidate you. If you're not a baker, it's super easy. Just a little time consuming, not much, but it's a great alternative to dough that is more pointy. So I am just going to put this out on my work surface here. I'm just going to knead it just a little bit. You don't even have to knead it very much at all. And then we're going to let it rest for about 5 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to be making our apples, how we're going to cut them up. You just want to make it till it's kind of smooth, and it is a little bit of a sticky dough. You can just add a little bit more flour on here. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. I have a couple of Honey Crisp apples here, and we're going to quarter them. have my garbage bowl right there. I have a bowl with a couple of cups of water in it. And I'm just going to slice these. Now, if you have a mandolin, which I do, but I'm thinking this is fine. We're just going to slice them and put them in just like half moons. Honey Crisper is a nice sweet apple. You can use whatever apples you like. This is just what I'm choosing to use. And I'm just making them about this thin. I'm going to use the smaller pieces for the center of our rose so we won't have any waste. So I'm going to put this in the microwave for 3 to 4 minutes. I think I'm going to do it for 4 because I want them to be a little more pliable. A cup of the Truvia brown sugar mix. And 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm just going to mix that all up. And I'm going to put just a little bit of nutmeg in here, probably about 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of, I can't believe it's not butter, melted. Get this good and mixed up. I'm going to just let these, we're going to get our dough. We're going to be using cupcake tins, and I put our oven is on 350. I'm going to spray our pans with some cooking spray. I got a little bit of flour. I'm going to flour my rolling pin here. Put a little more flour on this side. We don't want it sticking. And I'm going to try to make a triangular the best I can. So I can try to get these are in my way right now. Let's just put them out. So what we're going to do, we're going to be making 12 strips. Out of this dough. Don't worry about having not too much flour on your board. It's always better to have more flour than not enough, for sure. So I am going to try to make this kind of even as best I can. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna make or break your dish if you don't have it perfect. All right. So I'm gonna just cut off the ends to make it even, and we can use those if we need those later. And I'm gonna make about 1-inch strips because I'm going to roll it out just a little bit more. I'm going to take this paper towel and I'm going to put our apple slices on here, dry them off just a little bit. And I'm not going to bore you with all of this. We're just going to do some together. And I'm just drying them off a little. And I'm going to take our butter. It's not really butter, but our margarine. I'm going to brush that along. You're going to see it's not going to matter how crazy we get it. And I'm going to put some of our cinnamon sugar mixture on here. And I'm going to start on this side with just the little pieces. And you just overlap it a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to start with the bigger pieces and then overlap it a little. That's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to roll it from the little piece. Oops, I forgot. We're going to fold it over first. So we're going to fold this part over. So you can see you're going to fold it over like that, and then we're just going to roll it up. So that it looks like that. And we're going to put those we're going to add some more of this to the top. And start from the small end and roll it up. And we're going to get better as we go. Just put that little bit of that, I can't believe it's not butter on there that you melted. Put some more of your cinnamon sugar mixture. I was planning on using my spoon, but I'm just going to use my fingers. super easy. It really is. It's just, it took me a minute to get the hang of it, but I got it. It's easy. Then we're just going to roll those up. So of course, the longer you make your little rolls, the more they're going to fill up your pan. See how cute that is? I would think that you could probably not use this and use the spray butter if you wanted to as well. And then we're going to bake them at 350 for um, about 15 or 20 minutes. All right, so we are going to my my phone is dying, so I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to put some of this right in there. And then it'll bake right down in there. So that's how I'm going to do it prior. And then I'll show you guys after. I got to go charge my phone. All right. It's been 23 minutes and they smell amazing. We're going to get them out. This is what they look like fresh out of the oven. We're going to let them cool for about 5 or 10 minutes. Here's the other one. I'm going to let them cool for 5 or 10 minutes in the pan, and then we'll get them out and I'll show you what we're going to do next. So it's been, I did about 4 minutes. I let them cool. I didn't want them to stick in the pan. So I went ahead and put them on our rack, but you can see how cute those are going to be. Now I'm going to plate them and then we'll try one. They're still rather warm. So I have this plate that I've prepared here. I'm going to go ahead and put you down so you could see. Oh, they turned out so cute. And for 2 points each, what a wonderful dessert. They are a little warm still. So cute. All right, so we'll have one that we'll put right here. And I'm going to just dust them with the Swerve powdered sugar. I'll show you. This is how they look. The Swerve confectioner sugar that I'm using. Now I'm going to bring you up so you can see. We're going to test them. And then I'll have my husband test it, see if he likes it. Thank you again so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. If it wasn't hot, I would just pick it up, but it's kind of hot. We'll try this wonderful dessert. I don't know what the weather's like in your area, but it is absolutely gorgeous today. It looks like spring. I want to get out and plant so badly, but I can't yet. As soon as I heal a little bit more, I'll be able to do that. I usually do it around Mother's Day, so I still have a couple of weeks. Pretty darn yummy. When you cut it, see how it is? Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining me. I get really tired. I could do a couple of videos in a day. Now I do one and I'm pretty tired. But this was an easy recipe, just a little time consuming, but it will wow your family. And again, I want to thank you. Please subscribe and share. It doesn't cost anything and it helps me a whole lot. And until next time, make a fantastic day. Bye.